Hey guys, DG here, and this is going to be a bit of a weird video. Yes, this is more Killzone gameplay from a year ago. Awesome, isn't it? So just watch that. You don't even need to watch, you can just listen if you want. Basically, what I did was ask my friend, all I told him was, I want you to write an article, like a short little article thing on why is Call of Duty bad? And he did, like really quickly. He like wrote it in like, I don't know, but he gave it to me like a couple hours later. He's like, oh, okay, here, I got it. So I was like, alright. So this is what he wrote, and this is coming from somebody who plays a lot of games. He owns a PS3, basically what he plays right now, and he loves RPGs. He loves games that are actually well made, that have good stories, whatever. You know, you get the point. So I'm gonna read what he wrote. So this is his article that he wrote. So, if you were to ask the general public the question, why is Call of Duty bad, you could expect to get the same sensationalist answers that Fox News and the like tend to eat up. It causes violence in young children, quickens obesity, ends relationships, ends lives. Fox News can think of what they want, but as a gamer we need to think more in depth about this question. We know that Call of Duty isn't detrimental to society, or at least not to the extent to which it is portrayed, but as a gamer you have to be able to face the facts. Call of Duty is detrimental to our medium, but why? Well, first it would be best to look at the origins of the series. The first Call of Duty was released in 2003 for PCs and Macs. It was not revolutionary in its setting by any means. In fact, it had the World War II juggernaut Medal of Honor to compete with. But the first entry in the series did many things different from others in the genre to stand out. It was the first game to implement friendly AI soldiers who fight alongside the player. All of the missions in Medal of Honor had the player fighting alone. The original Call of Duty won the Academy of Interactive Sciences coveted award for Game of the Year. It was a... something popped up. It was a game that was new, brought innovation, and challenged others in the medium, not just with copies sold, but with ideas and technique. Now, it could be argued that from here on in, the Call of Duty franchise turned into a war zone of rehashes. After all, the setting wouldn't change until Call of Duty 4. But the early Call of Duties were faced with a difficult task, mostly because of the limitations in the technology. They had to pull in an audience with an engaging single-player experience alone, something that almost seems archaic now, but was the norm at the time. There was no addictive online to fall back on, and so, while the earlier Call of Duties could be considered rehashes, it wasn't until 4 that it became so prevalent. Call of Duty 4 was the last advancement that the series would see even up until now. The jump made between the 3rd and 4th installments is worthy of every amount of praise it received. Sure, this was helped tremendously by the new generation's technology, but it was clear that the developers put much thought and consideration about the potential of the series and where they wanted to bring it. Just imagine where the series would be now if this much thought was put into every installment. And so this is where the real argument begins. Here are the 3 reasons why Call of Duty is bad. Number 1, annualization. Yeah, I know each Call of Duty gets worked on for 2 years, and really in many ways it doesn't matter how long a game is worked on. A great game could be made in 6 months. It's not the development time that I'm referring to here, it's more so the release times. Because Call of Duty is released so frequently, it makes people settle into a comfortable pattern. It makes people scared to try other things because, well, the next game they need to buy is coming out soon on some Tuesday in mid-November. Number 2, Call of Duty being considered quality. The fact that annoys me the most about Call of Duty is the fact that the people playing it actually think it's even a decent game. It's fine to have guilty pleasures. I completely understand that whole "it's so bad it's good" mindset when it comes to anything from movies to games. Why do you think slasher horror movies exist? But there are people out there who actually think that Call of Duty is a prime video game experience, while there are other things on the market like Uncharted, Heavy Rain, Dark Souls. Call of Duty has found a formula that is addictive, sure. But think about what you are doing next time you go into a free-for-all match. Run, shoot, die, or live. Repeat. Over and 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 over. Now, the Call of Duty kids are going to jump up and argue, well, yeah, but that's what every game is. Maybe, maybe not. You could argue that the majority of games are about staying alive and long enough to fulfill a certain objective, sure. But it's the, lost where I was. But it's the reason that differentiates each game. Why are you doing it in Call of Duty? I don't want to elaborate more on that question because you should actually try to answer it. Call of Duty is mindless amidst so many smart games on the market. Mindless fun, sure. And fun is good, but this mindlessness seems to have entrapped its players into the same level of mindlessness. Thinking CoD is good, is funny, plain and simple. Maybe the single-player campaign could receive some points for having purpose and drive, but it ends there. Number 3, Call of Duty turns people into gamers. Too many times I have met a new person and through some conversation they tell me that they are a gamer. That's my territory, and so naturally I get excited. I ask them what they play. Oh, you know, Call of Duty. And my blood boils. By the very definition, Call of Duty is a casual game. It is repetitive, can be picked up and put down at a moment's notice, and the player is able to invest as much or as little time into it as they want. In no way does playing Call of Duty make you a gamer. And you know what? I don't mind if people only play Call of Duty. I get it. I understand its wide appeal and how and why it's so accessible, but playing it does not make you a gamer. And claiming that it is a teabag to our favorite hobby. Call of Duty gives people a big head. Yeah, I hold a controller for hours a day, so I'm a gamer, is their excuse. Have they played Dark Souls, Kingdoms of Amalur, Final Fantasy, Folklore, Gran Turismo? Oh yeah, isn't that the one, that one like racing game? Being a gamer really only has one rule. You could spend an hour a week gaming or 8 hours a day gaming and still be a gamer. As long as you invest your time into different thoughts, ideas, ways of expression, ways of killing a bad guy, jumping, double jumping. If you aren't scared to throw yourself into a completely different world than you did in your last game, if you aren't scared of playing a game where you don't hold a gun, if you recognize that some games are made as a form of expression and storytelling, only then are you a gamer. So, that's his article. And you know what? I agree with, well, pretty much all of that. I mean, he's not really agreeing. He's not, like, I don't know. Yes, he's just right. So, yes. If you got any comments, obviously comment. I'd like to know what people think of what he just wrote. So, yeah. I'll post his Twitter in the description so you can go to that because he's awesome. So, yeah. Goodbye.